Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation, man? It's your boy Jay Tuck. And honestly, y'all, I'm kind of tired talking about stuff like this. I really just want to focus on football because that's what I'm gifted at. That's what I do best. And I think that's what you guys really enjoy. It's just talking about Dallas Cowboys football and football in general. Free agency, the draft, film breakdowns, football stuff, right? But sometimes you just got to continue to address things. So for those of you who do not know, right? Last night, me, Boss, and Law, and also Big Game James said the final word. Salute to my final word brothers. Had a conversation about 105.3 The Fan and some of the situations that occurred with them allowing the prosecution of the Dak Prescott cases come on the flagship station and speak so openly and vividly and candidly about Dak Prescott without any repercussions, right? So, I'll say this, man. I've had numerous tweets saying that, hey, every time I'm in Dallas, y'all know I travel to Dallas a lot. The very first thing I do when I get out the airplane is turn on 105.3 Fan. Like, it's something I've always enjoyed doing because in Kansas City, I never really got Cowboys radio or Mavericks radio. So when I get to Dallas, it's like turn the fan on, right? So I'm a fan of the Fan. And even with saying that, I still can call people out on their bullshit. Like, I don't understand that, right? They feel like they're immune to being called out on their bullshit. And what happened yesterday was fully bullshit. Now, if you watched the live show yesterday, we specifically said there's some great, incredible people that work at the station, right? We talked about RJ, and we talked about Shan, we talked about Bobby Belt. We listed those people and specifically said on the show, they got some good people over there that does good work, right? So this isn't for everybody. But what I said was, if you defend the actions of a few, then you're a part of this whole situation, right? So, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the car and you're going right along with your colleagues, well, then you better duck because we're coming out shooting. And I think Cowboys Nation is finally coming out shooting, right? So we had our whole conversations last night. We told y'all they had some plants that was watching the videos. Okay, cool. Welcome to the live show. Welcome to CFO gang, right? And did it. I went to bed, moved on. This morning, I posted a tweet about how I'm still kind of disgusted by everything. And for me personally, y'all, I need a break. I just need a break from all of this. Like, not from you guys, because you guys who on this channel, y'all like just talking football for the most part. We don't allow a lot of cornballs here in our community. So when we talk draft or film and mock drafts, like, it's very close knit as far as the community is built, because I just don't allow any follower to just jump in, right? So it's not for y'all, but it's just for a lot of the stuff I do as a whole, right? So I was moving on, I was done kind of walking away, right? But then my phone started blowing up and people are like, yo, Tuck, they shooting shots at you on 105.3 The Fan, you and other podcasters or content creators, right? I'm like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we shooting shots? And so then I pull up the clips and it's, these podcasters are morons and this and that. And let me say this, y'all. I get it. I have a YouTube channel, but don't for 1 second ever get it fucked up that I am just a podcaster. I'm not. I am literally about to leave in probably about 10 minutes to go cover the Big 12 tournament. I've done the Super Bowl. I've done the draft. I'm about to be flown out to Vegas to do boxing. I'm about to cover Messi coming to Kansas City, one of the biggest sporting events coming to Kansas City before the World Cup. Like, I do other things besides a podcast. So stop putting that label on so you can't be talking about me. A lot of y'all got that fucked up, really. Y'all really do. So stop with that. Law Nation has 125,000 subscribers. Podcaster my ass, who are you? And I'm on the radio too. I do the same job that you do, just here in Kansas City for a different team. So stop acting like you're a big bro and I'm up here. Watch your mouth when you talk to some of us. I'm sick of that, right? But anyway, they're calling us morons and different stuff like that. So I addressed it, right? And I simply put, the first thing I said as far as Twitter's concerned, I said, so there's very reputable people who work inside for the Cowboys and called out the station yesterday. So are they morons or only these podcasters? And I tag people to see, because here's the difference between them and me, right? I don't do the kind of roundabout things and kind of just put things out the air. If I have an issue with you, I say your name every damn time. For those of you who follow me, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm saying your name, I'm adding you. I'm not afraid of any of you at all, right? So I asked a simple question, and I tagged Shan and I tagged RJ, right? So then it was like, yes, some of the response, Anyone who thinks Jerry planned that interview to bring down Dak's price is a moron. Were you a part of the narrative yesterday? Right? So, yes, I probably was. So then, therefore, you're calling me a moron. Okay, well, now you're on Twitter. Now you're in my domain. Let's talk a little bit. So I asked a simple question. So are you going to go on record and publicly say that the Cowboys have no influence on the flagship station of the Dallas Cowboys? That's what he's saying. He says, yes, that's correct. They have no influence over the station. The station could do whatever they want, whenever they want, about the Cowboys, say whatever it say. It's full kamikaze, right? Okay, cool. I stand corrected, right? They are completely independent. Independent radio station, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. That's incredible, right? How'd you pull that off? I need to know. Talk to me about that, right? Well, then, here comes your tag team partner, who this whole situation had nothing to do with the both of y'all, but since y'all jumped y'all ass in the conversation, let's dance a little bit. He says that they went to the Cowboys about this conversation in this interview. The Cowboys said they were against it, wink, wink, but they said, you know what? We have a job to do. We have a job to do. We are going to do this interview anyways, right? Because it's our job. Now, I asked them simply, there's been a lot of legal cases throughout the history of the Dallas Cowboys, but I couldn't just remember any other cases when you reached out for legal representation. I mean, when Michael Irvin was going through his situation at the Combine last year, did you bring on that legal representation? Greg Hardy situation, legal representation. Ezekiel Elliott, legal representation. Right? Did you bring on Jerry Jones's situation, legal representation, who's had multiple, whether it's a car crash and all sorts? Did you bring on any of that? Like, so when do we start doing this? Well, I guess based on their conversation, this is something new that they're trying. And why are they trying something new? Because it's Dak Prescott. You get it, right? So I'm starting asking questions. And so how can you say the Cowboys have no influence, but you reached out to them for pre-clearance? Like, what does it matter? If the Cowboys have no rights or they have no influence, why are you reaching out for pre-clearance? Because it's procedures, like you said it out your own mouth. It's procedures and protocol that typically you reach out to your home team for clearance. Yes, how do I know that? Because I do it here in Kansas City. I can't just randomly just jump on the radio and start bombing on the Chiefs and bring it on. You have to go through pre-clearance with your team. So yes, they do have some influence. They can pull your credentials. They can pull your sponsorship. They can pull a lot of different things. That's the reason why Jerry Jones can walk in and say, I don't like your attitude and you shut your damn mouth. And we're not going to answer these questions today and hurry up. And everybody folded in cave because he has the ownership over your flagship station. So I get it. So it was a bunch of dancing and rigmarole and this and that and this and that. But when you out your own mouth, your own tweet say, I don't care if it's the devil himself, I'll sit down and do an interview with. All right. So that lets us know that you're not about the betterment of the team. You're just about the scrutiny of the media and the dirt and the grind and this and that. Thank you for clarifying. That's all I asked to do is just clarify, right? Because you said that the people who work for the Cowboys talked to your bosses and they commended you guys and said you did a very good job on that interview. And that all you really care about is just getting the interview and getting the conversation, talking click. Thank you. So you ratted yourself out without even me. I just sent 3 tweets and they folded, y'all. I sent 3 damn tweets. They folded and started snitching on themselves. It's that easy, right? So here it is. It's like we already know this. And what we're trying to say is, you mean to tell me the team in Dallas, the owner in Dallas, that can say, you know what? I don't care if we're going through a pandemic. We're going to have fans in the stands. Right? He has that kind of pull. I don't care. He was talking to governor officials, the president, everybody. We're going to have fans at AT&T Stadium during the pandemic. He has that kind of pull. But when it comes to his flagship station and getting an interview, taking off the air or preventing an interview, his hands was tied. Stop acting like Cowboys fans are stupid. We're not. And I know what's happening right now. You're seeing all the negative backlash, and not just due to me, right? I was like the 8th person who even heard the interview. Like, I was like the last person. But a lot of Cowboys fans are fed up, and they see that what you're doing is compromise, and they are bombing on your radio station, tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet. And y'all wasn't little old Jay Tuck to say stop and put this fire out. And I'm like, let it burn. So this is the problem, right? Compromised media who does not have the Dallas Cowboys interest at heart. It's unfortunate because I said I'm a huge fan of the station, but I can't trust y'all anymore. I can't trust y'all anymore. One minute you're hoping that players get injured so you can see Trey Lance, and you're saying that Dak Prescott's never going to play football again, and you're doing all these spiteful different things. I can't trust you, and honestly, I don't need you anymore. And what's happening? Cowboys Nation is starting to come to that realization themselves. Don't be mad at me, man. It's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. Going to be doing some more draft content. I got a lot of March Madness stuff gearing up. Pray for my Jayhawks tonight versus Cincy, right? But we're going to have fun, man. I'm done with all this Gossip Girl, BS, TMZ stuff. I'm done with it. Moving forward, it's just sports and entertainment and life and different things like that, man. I don't care about none of these media people. They're not friends of mine. I don't need anything from them. I would never work for your radio station. I don't need an appearance. I don't need nothing. I'm just here for the Cowboys fans to uplift their voice and ultimately help my team win a 6th championship. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and y'all compromise as hell. Keep my name out your mouth. Peace.